Mindfulness, grounding, centering, somatic experiencing, these are all tools that can help you, if you are a trauma survivor, heal and recover so you can have a happy, healthier, more peaceful life. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, this is a Survivor's Guide to Life. My name is Jessica Lang and I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. On this channel here, I talk about all things related to trauma, the brain, and healing. So if that's your jam, click the subscribe button down below so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And while you're at it, jump on over to Instagram where you can follow me there. You can learn more tips, tricks on how to improve your mental health and mental well-being. So in today's video, I want to talk to you about how you could use more somatic or bottom-up techniques to help you develop the tools for emotional regulation and feeling more stable and in control over your feelings, your life, and your thoughts and your beliefs. In traditional kind of talk therapy, we often use cognitive behavioral approaches, which is more of a top-down approach, where we focus more on how our thoughts and our feelings influence our behaviors. When you're using more somatic approaches, you're actually moving from the bottom up in the way that our brains develop, where you are using your body's sensations, your body's movement to build and connect those to your thoughts and your feelings. So it's more of a bottom-up approach, which is based on how our brains develop, starting in utero with our brainstem, followed by our limbic system, then our prefrontal cortex, which, as I've been saying through all of these videos, doesn't fully become developed until about 25 for women, 26 for men. So it's the largest part of our brain, it's the most complex, but it's also the easiest one to change. Whereas like some of these more lower functionings like the limbic system and the brainstem, they are more primitive, they become a little bit more encoded because they begin developing in utero, but they maximize not necessarily like our limbic system, but definitely like the brainstem kind of maximizes its developmental growth by age 5. So a lot of times when folks have experienced traumas, especially multiple traumas, it's your stress response system getting triggered repeatedly and not ever having a resolution or not really fully having a return to your baseline. And so your baseline shifts, and so it moves up, and you become you become more sensitive. So you become more sensitive to threats or triggers in your environment, but also sensations and emotions and feelings inside of your body, which are reminiscent of those past traumas. So part of the body-based work is to help you just kind of get more curious and be more mindful about not just what sensations are your triggers, but also kind of what makes you feel good. So often when we talk about, when you learn about trauma or you learn about your body, it's a focus on the threat and the triggers, and it feels very negative and kind of dark, and that's where your attention gets focused. But one of the things I really want to talk about today is we all have what we call resources or tools, ways in which that help us cope when things become hard in life. For some people, that's exercise, right? Feeling their body move in space, by running, feeling the increase in heart rate and the endorphins that come along with it, makes them feel good, makes them feel happy. They feel much calmer after they go for a run. If they're really wound up about something, their head feels clearer, they can think more clearly. But for other folks, this can actually be triggering to have your heart rate, your heartbeat increase, to run or to feel sweat on your skin. These can actually be triggering or destabilizing, and so you wouldn't want to use that as a coping strategy, because it actually does the opposite effect. So one of the things I really want to kind of focus on is helping you to figure out what are your somatic resources, what are your tools or things that you use every day without even realizing it, that help you feel calmer and help you get connected. So I just want to put a little caveat before I start teaching some of these skills or talking to you about some ways you can discover what your somatic resources are that help you feel calm and more stable in your day-to-day life, or to manage emotional regulation and day-to-day stressors. So trying these interventions are really meant to be done in a therapeutic environment. And so I just really want to caution that if you try these on your own and you are really struggling with emotional regulation, or you feel like still kind of new in the healing journey of trauma, that there's the potential that these interventions, or trying this on your own, can feel really, really destabilizing. And that I really would urge you to try these interventions in a therapeutic setting. And that this is, again, this video and my channel is not a substitute for therapy, but I just want to give you some tips, some tools that have been known to work and really help people on their journey, but also wanted to throw that out there that, again, therapy is like this in general. Sometimes your symptoms get a little worse before they get better because you're changing things, right? You're starting to bring more awareness to parts of your body or parts of your life that maybe you've hidden away, or you've been disconnected from because it was so painful. And so that to do this really, really slowly, and to stop if you start to feel any discomfort or pain, or you don't feel like you have to push through it, it's really what I want you to do as I give you these tools is just kind of become more aware. Like, I just thinking about increasing your awareness, increasing your own curiosity about your own body, about your behaviors, about the thoughts and the feelings and things that come up along with it. So tip number one is to learn how to become more aware of your body's sensations. So where do you feel pain? Do you feel it in your stomach? How does that pain feel? Is it dull? Is it sharp? Is it achy? Do you feel any tension in your arms, in your legs? Conversely, and as part of this, where do you feel good in your body? Where do you feel safe in your body? Where do you feel comfortable in your body? If you can't identify where you feel good, safe, or comfortable inside of your body, think of the last time or the last experience you had in which you felt good about yourself. You felt pride about something that you've done. As you're thinking about this and reliving this and re-experiencing this memory, pay attention to the different sensations that occur in your body as you are reliving it, as you're thinking about it, and that will give you an indication of where in your body you feel good and where you feel safe and where you feel comfortable. And then you'll be using this in part two as an anchor. So when negative thoughts or negative beliefs come into your head, or you start to feel afraid or feel pain and feel like the spiral of, I can't get out of it, or things are going to be awful forever, blah, 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 blah. Go back to that memory. Go to that good place, that safe place that you've created, that you've built upon into step one, I should say, where you have a place that you feel safe and you feel good in your body. Because one of the things that happens for folks who've experienced trauma is that anything that's negative or anything that feels bad or the pain shifts all of our focus, right? Our focus is directed towards that pain and trying to alleviate that pain in whatever way we can possible. And by doing that, by focusing solely on the pain, only thing that gets let in, because you're putting all the energy towards that, is things that reinforce the pain or reinforce that negativity. So this is part of like the mindfulness journey of shifting your attention from negative to positive. It actually, like science research has also shown that by shifting your attention onto that positive, to what you're doing well, what you're doing right, it actually builds neural connections that help you and improve your emotional well-being.
Hi y'all, so this is Editor Jessica, and I realized that I did not complete this video. I don't know what happened. I think I accidentally threw something away, but I only had those two tips, so not to worry. I hope you enjoyed them, and comment down below. Let me know, what do you think about these somatic techniques? Will you be using them? Have you used them? What are your thoughts? Please comment down below. Let me know. I love hearing from y'all. And with that, I will see y'all in the next one.